We don't want to sound like we're begging, but we appreciate anything anybody can do for us.
2 days after their house was destroyed in a fire, friends and family are rallying around a Pulaski County couple.
An outburst in Anderson County courtroom leads to a woman's arrest. Coming up, what she said to a judge that landed her in jail.
I'm Bill Bryant. The major party candidates for lieutenant governor will be debating tonight at Midway University. We'll have a report coming up on WKYT.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening to you. A Southern Kentucky family is picking up what's left after a fire ripped through their home earlier this week.
Firefighters say it happened at a home on Hideaway Drive in Somerset on Monday. And right now, they believe the fire began in the dryer. Tonight, our Sean Moody's talking to the homeowners who are trying to figure out how they're going to pay for all the repairs. He has our top story at 5:30.
The dog was part of the deal when Belinda inherited this house from her parents.
Of course, he's the oldest one, and we call him Grandpa.
Grandpa and the Guffeys had to make a quick escape on Monday afternoon.
I went to open the dining room door from the back porch. Whenever I did, I seen smoke. Smelled smoke.
I mean, when I come through here, it was just nothing but flames.
My dad's dog was the only one that kind of got scorched.
They say a fire started in their dryer and quickly spread.
You look in there and everything you worked for is gone. You know.
Everything my mom and dad ever had is gone. Yeah, photo albums and just little things. Like my dad, he was a preacher, and he had his Bible where he had wrote his sermons, you know.
There's no way to replace that or the rest of the house. The Guffeys said they couldn't get insurance.
I'm on a fixed income, and he works for $8 an hour, and you just can't make it on that.
Their family's doing what they can. They have a room in a motel for the next week, but after that,
we don't know.
Belinda's daughter set up a GoFundMe page for the couple to try and help them get back on their feet. Beyond that, they're not sure what's next.
We have to take it one day at a time.
In Pulaski County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Tough situation, and the Guffeys hope to rebuild eventually in that spot.
An outburst in a central Kentucky courtroom lands a woman in jail. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Anderson County. The Anderson News reports Linnea Harward was dragged from the courtroom earlier this week. She was in court for failure to have car insurance for the second time. The paper reports Harward said the judge's ruling was stupid and stormed out of the courtroom. The bailiff then brought her back into the room where she refused to sit down. The paper reports the judge held her in direct contempt of court and sentenced her to 7 days in jail. In Kenton County, police say the driver involved in a crash that killed 4 people might have been on heroin or prescription drugs. According to a Cincinnati newspaper, 48-year-old Kenneth Harstock had opiates in his system at the time of the crash. Police don't know if the opioids came from heroin or prescription painkillers. Police say Harstock's car hit another car carrying 3 people over Labor Day weekend. Another person in a third car also died in that crash.
Family members of 5 people killed when a pontoon boat capsized are blaming a barge for the crash. The victims' families filed court documents earlier this week saying the Walsh Construction Company is at fault. The Chicago-based company says it is not responsible for the crash and has asked a judge to limit its liability under maritime law. The boat capsized on the Ohio River back in July. 9 people, including 5 children, were on board the boat to watch fireworks. 3 children and an adult were able to make it to safety, but the other 5 were never found.
People living in Hardin County have found a special way to honor a state police trooper murdered in the line of duty. Blue lights are now popping up across the community to support Trooper Joseph Ponder. Ponder grew up in Hardin County. He died nearly 2 weeks ago when he was shot to death at a traffic stop in western Kentucky. A sheriff's deputy in Hardin County started the Blue Lights Across Hardin County campaign on Facebook. He's asking people to display blue lights in memory of Ponder and other police officers who risk their lives every day.
It doesn't matter if you're a sheriff's office, city police, county police, or state police. We're all brothers.
You don't know the feeling that we get when we patrol at night, knowing that we're out there by ourselves, and we see these blue lights lit up everywhere, and we know that this community and that this household has our back.
Tonight, deputies will hang thin blue line flags from both the sheriff's office and Justice Center in Hardin County.
We have a traffic alert tonight to tell you about for drivers heading to southern Kentucky. Firefighters are on the scene of a vehicle fire on Interstate 75 around the 44-mile marker in Laurel County. Crews say the traffic is backed up while they work to clean up that debris. No word yet on when the road will reopen. Again, that's I-75 at the 44-mile marker. Our first official day of fall is wrapping up, and the sunny skies and beautiful temperatures will stick around for the most part.
But we are tracking some much-needed scattered showers moving into our area. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is keeping a close eye on some changes for us.
Yeah, those changes coming in as we go toward Friday and by the weekend. Between now and then, it is just flat out gorgeous. Skies into downtown Lexington with more in the way of sunshine, and seeing that similar setup across the downtown area over into the Hamburg Pavilion area where we are. A little bit of high cloud cover trying to develop as well. Jackson, your sky cam beginning to clean up just a little bit. You had some clouds a little earlier in the day, and as we get later into the afternoon and early evening now, mainly clear skies. Temperatures upper 70s to low 80s across the entire region this afternoon, so dealing with some of the good stuff. Here's Defender, and Defender says, I've got nothing to show you across central and eastern Kentucky, though we broaden out the view. Let's take you to the southeastern seaboard, shall we? Notice how the clouds are beginning to increase here. We're starting to get in on some rains from around Jacksonville back up into parts of the coastline of the Carolinas. All of that mess is going to work its way against the grain and head toward the west and northwest. So the weather over the next few days will go in reverse, and that means rain is heading to Kentucky, and especially by the time we hit Friday into the weekend, the shower threat will continue to ramp up, guys. And when I come back here in just a few minutes, we'll show you that new hour-by-hour forecast and some updated rain totals for beneficial rains across our part of the world.
More than 1,000 arborists and tree care professionals from across the country volunteered their services in Kentucky today. They're traveling the country working to improve conditions at veterans cemeteries across the country. And the group spent the day trimming trees, providing disease treatment, and even removing trees at Camp Nelson National Cemetery in Jessamine County.
Any kind of help that we can get free us up and other things that we can do around here too. It really is a tremendous help to us.
And removing a spruce can cost $2,000.
The Rowan County Sheriff's Office has an alert tonight about a phone scam. Deputies say some people have been receiving phone calls from callers who claim to be with the IRS. We're told the callers tell the victims they are behind on their taxes. The caller then tries to get credit card and Social Security numbers and tells the victim if they pay today, they will save thousands of dollars. Deputies are reminding people to never give out personal information to anyone over the phone.
The TSA is on track to set a record for the number of guns it has confiscated across the United States so far this year. But that is just one of the surprising items passengers try to get past security. It took just 2 days to fill this table full of prohibited items passengers tried to bring through TSA checkpoints at Dulles International Airport outside Washington, D.C. Items like stun guns, knives and ninja throwing stars, replica guns and nunchucks.
Just baffling. I mean, it seems like this is clearly could be a weapon.
It is baffling.
Scott Johnson is the federal security director at Dulles.
I'll ask a passenger direct to the face, do you have anything prohibitive in the bag? No. We open up the bag, they'll have a knife, they'll have a fake gun.
Some of the biggest head scratchers end up on the TSA's Instagram feed. With more than 336,000 followers, it's an attempt to get the word out about what not to bring. The most serious, of course, firearms. Through July, officers stopped more than 1,900 nationwide, 18 at Dulles alone.
We actually caught a .357 Magnum out here at the checkpoint.
But despite these successes, there remains concern about what's not being caught after details of an Inspector General report leaked that officers at TSA checkpoints failed 67 of 70 tests, allowing undercover agents to repeatedly bring potential weapons through the checkpoints. Bringing a firearm or concealing a weapon like a knife in luggage can mean criminal charges and significant fines. Police in Ohio are searching a Kentucky property as part of a murder investigation. Police are searching Hog Ridge Road in Pendleton County. They say back in 2013, Brittany Stykes was driving on US 68 near Georgetown with her younger sister when someone opened fire, killing Brittany. Brittany's sister was injured in the shooting. The suspect has never been arrested. Now, so far, investigators have not said what they're looking for or how that property is connected to the murder investigation.
UK students took some time in between classes this morning to write a little thank you note to donors of the school. Last year, more than 54,000 donors gave about $100,000 to the university. The president of the Student Government Association says these gifts are important contributions to the recent revitalization of campus.
Dorm, Student Center, new College of Business Economics, a new academic science building, all the way to the health facilities, all the way to the new Commonwealth Stadium. There has been a lot that has gone on in the last 4 years that includes over $1.8 billion.
The thank you poster will be placed on the Sturgill building for all to see next week when alumni come in for homecoming.